Well, my name is Thabiso. I'm coming from SANB's Invasive Species Program, which is a program that is funded by the Department of Environmental Affairs under the Working for Water program. And I'm not alone. I have my colleague here from eThekwini Municipality under the Environmental Planning and Climate Protection Department, and her name is Carla Peterson. Well, this is actually going to be a joint presentation between SANBI ISP and EPCP department from eThekwini. Firstly, before I proceed with my presentation, I would like to first tell you something like eThekwini Municipality, together with other interested parties, are planning to make Durban one of the most safest cities to visit in Africa by the year 2020. And we have also automatically joined the party. Uh, we have also joined the party to achieve the same results for our environment in fighting against these alien plants. And an interesting story that happened about 2 weeks ago is that we recently attended like a workshop which was supposed to be at the Durban City Hall, but then it was changed. It was hosted by the environment. It was hosted by the Economic Development, Tourism, and Environmental Affairs department. And what's interesting about that is, for me, I find it very mind blowing to see how normal people and ordinary people from different communities within the eThekwini municipalities are so interested in joining us in the fight against invasive alien plants, because they can see that these plants are actually starting to negatively affect the crop yield in their subsistence farms, which is actually one of their main food sources in some communities. And to add on that, what's most interesting about this website is that as environmentalists and botanists, people think that we're always out in the forest working in the fields, and our parents even call us gardeners because they don't know what we do. But then, like living in a techno advancing era, we also like reap on the benefits of the technology, hence the creation of this website, which can actually create a starting platform for the sharing of information and controlling of these invasive alien plants within the eThekwini. Now, the topic of our presentation is the Durban Invasive website as a tool to coordinate invasive plant control within the eThekwini municipality. Uh, uh, these are all the names of the authors, myself, Carla, Bega J. Cele, which I don't think is with us today, Reshni Lala, my mentor, and Errol Toms. Now, the overview of our presentation is that I'm first going to introduce the websites briefly and how people can actually access the website. I'm going to talk about the target list of the website and how it came about. And then my colleague here, Carla, is going to talk about the statistics, going to give you the statistics, the upgrade of the updates of the websites, and how you can actually become a sponsor and join us in fighting these invasive alien plants. Now, the Durban Invasive website was launched in 2013. It was spearheaded by the Environmental Planning and Climate Protection Department and together with other partner organizations. Now, the two main roles of the website is that it is an information sharing platform where people can share their field observation data, and also it helps us to update the status of different invasive alien plants that are within the target list of the website. And it is also a tool to coordinate and facilitate the control of these invasive alien plants within the eThekwini municipality. When you type in the website in your computer or your laptop, you get these four tabs. It's the homepage, and this is our target list. These are the sightings, and this is actually the map. Um, and as much as people can call us grim reapers of these alien invasive plants, but we do welcome them nicely to join us in the party to fight against them. Well, the website currently has 27 species listed on it, and I think it is important for everyone to know that not all the listed species are for eradication and control, but some species are targeted for research. And the species target list is actually a list that came about where all the all the partner organizations that are working on this website actually came together and formed a list, which is actually of the most problematic and emerging weeds within the eThekwini municipality. And this is when you click the tab on the target list, you can actually access information about any invasive alien plants that is on our list. And what I like most about this website is that it actually gives you like more descriptives and more valuable information about all the alien plants that we have there. It gives you the common name, the classification of the species on the NIMBA regulations. It also gives you like a brief description of how that species actually looks like and where is it a problem, why is it a problem, and also gives you like the preferred control methods of that species. Uh, and like this is just to show that how everyone can help on this website, so that people are urged to please register as spotters, because every sighting helps us to like know the distribution of all these invasive alien plants. It helps us to it helps us to update the status of all these invasive alien plants in our websites, and it also generally helps some of the people who may be interested in different sectors to make like environmental sound decisions by getting all of this information in this website of where these different species are a problem and where they currently occur. I'd like to hand over the podium to my colleague Carla, who's gonna continue the presentation.
Okay, so the statistics in this presentation is a comparison from June to July in 2014 to June to July in 2015. So it's just a month. And choosing a date range in the past is really useful for these insights to just critically analyze trend data, and it also provides with a more accurate reflection of data. So website visitors are able to access information on invasive alien plants listed on the website, but have to register as spotters should they wish to report a sighting. Currently, the website has 87 registered spotters and 27 target species as mentioned. Trend data from Google Analytics confirms that use of the website has increased, with both a 22% increase in web sessions during the last financial year and a 52% increase in the time that people spend using the site. Google Analytics data also revealed that while the website is accessed from a range of devices such as desktops, mobiles, or tablets, it seems to be that laptops still remain the most popular device used. So with regards to user logins, the number of user logins in 2014 was 9, which increased in 2015 to 22 user logins, which indicates that there have been new spotter registrations. Likewise, with our sighting reports, 3 were added in 2014, whereas in 2015 there were 18, which indicates how active registered spotters have been reporting sightings of invasive alien plants within eThekwini Municipality. Since the website is still in its pilot phase, for future reference, we would like to capture data over a longer period, so 10 years, just to get a more general trend. And likewise, another method of analyzing the data would be to probably divide it into seasons, just to see where the sightings are most reported. And we assume that around springtime, we would have more people reporting sightings there, as that's where plants start to grow and flowers start to bloom, so it's more visible for us to identify the plants. Okay, and I'm just a bit stressed with time, so I'm not going to go into too much detail with regards to what the plants look like, but these are just the 5 most commonly reported species on our website. The first one being famine weed, followed by pom-pom weed, the ant tree, Mauritius hemp, and lastly the Formosa lily. You can find more information on these plants on our website. So now going into basically the location of where our species were reported, we focus mainly on the eThekwini Municipality, and with regards to the key, these are just basically symbols of the status of the species. So for example, the yellow or orange exclamation mark is a new sighting reported of a species within an area. The red lightning is once a team has been out at that site, they will verify. So it's just basically notifying you that they have been at the site and they have identified the plants within that area. The purple spade is in the control phase. The blue magnifying glass is then, once it's been controlled, the teams are just out there monitoring to see whether plant population is still low or there's no increase. And lastly, the green tick is just basically that area has been cleared with invasives. So just the following maps that I'm about to show you is focusing on our top 5 reported species that I've mentioned previously. So with regards to famine weed, there's quite a lot of sightings that have been reported. You can see by the orange exclamation marks. I can see that there is one area that is under control. Pom-pom weed, there's an area that's been cleared. A lot is under monitoring at the moment, and there's also verification as well. So we still need to just send our teams to go and now control the plant populations there. With ant tree, likewise as well. Some areas are cleared, still need to go out and control there. And then Mauritius hemp as well. And lastly, Formosa lily. Okay, so how does the website act as a tool to coordinate invasive alien plant control? So as a registered spotter, you will add a sighting onto the website with the relevant information. Once the sighting has been captured, a team will be sent out to the location and clear invasive plants. I do emphasize, please, when you are uploading pictures, please could you make sure that the picture is either geotagged, because sometimes I receive calls that it's difficult to find the plants or where exactly it's located, because sometimes the GPS coordinates that they send to me to upload, it's not accurate enough. So I would rather advise to just geotag. It's on your cell phone, it's easier, and it accurately picks up where the plant is located, and it's easier for the team to go out and verify the area. So furthermore, the team will follow up on the area to control and monitor the infestation rate of the plants. For those that would like to know the progress of the site, can communicate via email or telephone, which have been captured on the registration sheets. Your personal information is not displayed to the public for your protection and privacy. This is only for admin staff that can provide you with feedback. And to ensure collaborative success of controlling species, the following must be taken into consideration. So firstly, this website is used as a platform for targeting selected invasive plants emerging within eThekwini Municipality only. We are not responsible for clearing outside of municipal land. And lastly, sometimes there might not be immediate action once a sighting has been reported on the website due to factors such as distance and availability of teams. All costs are funded by eThekwini Municipality, except plants categorized as 1A. These plants are cleared by SANBI teams as well as funded by SANBI. And then just in closing, this is basically how you register as a spotter. So once you've entered our website, on the right hand corner you just click on become a spotter, and then a sheet will pop up like this. It's critical that you fill in the information that has a red asterisk next to it, and then likewise it's optional to put your telephone number as well. Basically this is just for people to get a hold of you if you'd like feedback to see if there's any progress within that sighting that you've reported on. And then lastly, these are just some of the sponsorships that we've had and partners that we work with. So eThekwini Municipality, Botanical of South Africa, Botanical Society of South Africa, Environmental Affairs, SANBI, DUCT, Working for Water, Working on Fire, WESA, and Public Works. And then just in closing, we actually do have flyers in the foyer. I'm not quite sure which area that is. I think where you had to go give your presentation. Basically, we're just trying to create more awareness as well for people to be more familiar with our website. We encourage you all to please be participate and actively get involved with us by just reporting sightings that you find of any invasive plants that are within our target list and that are in eThekwini municipal land. And that flyer just provides you with the basic information of the website. Yeah, thank you.